The Talking Skull of Oyo. Long ago, in the mighty Yoruba kingdom of Oyo, where drummers beat rhythms to wake the sun and market women sang like birds, there lived a boastful hunter named Akani. He was strong, fearless, and skilled with bow and spear. But Akani had one flaw. He loved to talk too much. Whether in the palace or at the palm wine hut, Akani would boast of his exploits. "I have killed leopards with bare hands. I have stared down lions. The spirits of the forest fear me." He would laugh loudly, expecting applause from all who listened. "Be careful, Akani," warned Baba Akin, the village elder. "The forest has ears, and spirits don't forget." Akani laughed again. "Let the spirits come. I will charm them with stories." Now, Oyo was surrounded by ancient forests, thick and sacred, especially the dreaded Ibo Olorun, the forest of the forgotten. It was said that anyone who entered without respect would never return. Hidden within it was a clearing that no man dared visit, for there sat a talking skull, cursed and wise, whispering warnings to any who disturbed its rest. But Akani, hearing this tale one night at a festival, grew excited. "A skull that talks. I must see it for myself. I will return with it and show the king." "You talk too much," muttered a silent farmer nearby. "One day your mouth will take you where your feet should not go." The next morning, without telling anyone, Akani took his bow, his charms, and his favorite talking drum, and set out into the forest. Birds flew from the treetops. The trees grew darker. But Akani pressed on, following paths only spirits knew. For hours he walked, until he stumbled upon a clearing ringed with iroko trees. At the center lay a human skull, half buried in red dust. Akani approached carefully. To his amazement, the skull opened its jaw and said in a hollow voice, "What brought you here?" Akani froze but then smiled proudly. "I came to see you, the famous Talking Skull of Oyo." The skull said, "Many came. None returned." Akani laughed. "But I am not many. I am Akani the Fearless. I will take you to the village and become legend." The skull warned, "Speak less. Carry only what your spirit understands." But Akani, full of pride, lifted the skull and placed it into his leather bag. As he turned to leave, the air grew still. Even the leaves stopped rustling. As he stepped from the clearing, a shadow passed overhead. The forest twisted. It was changed. The trees whispered and unseen eyes followed him. Akani finally emerged at the edge of the forest 3 days later. Starved, dirty but still smiling, he stumbled into the palace square shouting, "I have returned. I found it. The skull speaks." A crowd gathered, and soon the elephant of Oyo, the mighty king, stepped out with his guards. "Akani," the king said, "what is this noise?" Akani knelt. "My king, I bring proof of the forest tale. A talking skull." He opened his bag, took out the skull and held it up high. "Speak," Akani said to it proudly. "Speak as you did before." But the skull remained silent. Akani shook it. "Speak," I said. "Say something. Show them." "Nothing." The king frowned. "You mock the sacred forest." "No. It spoke to me, many times." Akani insisted. The crowd murmured. Some laughed. One of the palace guards stepped forward. Perhaps this hunter spent too long in the sun. Akani cried out, "Please. I am telling the truth." The king was not amused. "It is forbidden to bring cursed things from the forest. You have broken the law. And worse, you have lied to your king." He waved his staff. "Take him away." Akani was dragged off, pleading, "I'm not lying." It talked. It spoke. That night, the skull was placed back in the forest by the guards, as tradition demanded. But as they left, the skull chuckled quietly to itself and whispered, "It is the mouth that leads the head to trouble." And so, Akani was never seen again. In the years that followed, parents in Oyo would tell their children, "Beware the sin of the talking mouth. Not all truths are for boasting. Not all spirits enjoy being seen." And the tale of the Talking Skull of Oyo lived on, reminding all that prideful speech, like fire, can consume its bearer if left unchecked. Moral of the story: pride and boastfulness lead to downfall. Not all truths must be spoken loudly. Wisdom lies not in how much you speak, but in what you keep silent. Respect the sacred and speak with humility.